everyone please help me welcome Ted and now Stephanie's brother, Mark.
Better be good, dude.
Hey everyone, before I get started on Ted and Stephanie, I also want to thank you so much. I also want to thank you so much for coming here today. It means so much to our family, and we're so happy to have you here with us. And I also want to recognize Don and thank Don and his family for putting on such a fantastic wedding. So thank you, Don. Now, as I think many of you know, I'm Ted's little brother, Mark. And one of the things I want to do here today is thank Ted for being such a fantastic older brother. And to be clear, the operative word here is older. Ted, by coming first, blazed the trail and taught my parents a number of important parenting lessons. And I'm going to give a few examples. First, before Ted was born, or when Ted was born, I should say, my parents hadn't figured out that you're supposed to come up with a name ahead of time. So, this handsome groom before us for several weeks was known simply as Baby Boy Summers. It was written on the hospital discharge papers.
Baby boy? That's really his baby boy! That's amazing!
The curious part, the funny part, is that after several weeks of deliberations, the best that my parents could come up with was Theodore. Which I still don't understand. But fortunately, by the time I was born, they had mastered the art of naming. So thanks, Ted. Second example. During one of my very few victorious wrestling matches against Ted, I managed to completely dislodge one of his fingernails. And I'm sorry to bring this up at dinner, it's gross, but it's, in any event, my father, or should we say Dr. Summers, decided that the best course of action would be to jam the fingernail back into his fingernail. Bad idea. Ted, to this day, has a really funny looking finger. You should take a look. Maybe not tonight, but it's not great. Again, the good news here is that after this incident, my father learned the limits of a doctorate in the policy of education and began deferring to medical doctors in emergency situations. But getting back to Ted, he really was a fantastic older brother. He was someone that I believed in and someone that I aspired to be like growing up. As he grew up, as he went to law school and has become a professional, the same qualities that I admired as a teenager are more evident than ever. Ted, he shows such an amazing comfort and balance with life. He takes life seriously, he works hard, but he knows how to have a good time. He is devoted to his friends and family, despite the fact that many of us live thousands of miles away. One of the things I love about Ted is his unique ability to really connect with people of all different backgrounds. And so while we grew up in suburban Pennsylvania and New Jersey, Ted's also lived in Northeast Washington, D.C. and Richmond, California. He started his career as a criminal investigator in some of the most dangerous parts of Washington, D.C. And now, as you all know, he's a public defender here in California. And if you stop and think about it, it's a job that suits him immensely. The intellectual challenge of the law, the altruism of helping people in tough situations, the strength to handle poverty, crime, and California prisons, and my personal favorite, a real healthy distrust of authority. I'm so proud of Ted, and I know my parents are. And if there's one thing that can balance the weightiness of Ted's job, it's my new sister-in-law, Stephanie. Stephanie is so warm. She's so delightful, as you all know. She has such positive energy. I was reminded of this a couple weeks ago, I guess about a month ago, when I visited them in Reading. I was also reminded of how devoted she is to Ted for moving to Reading. All kidding aside, they have a really wonderful setup there. I encourage everyone to go visit. Stephanie's a great cook. Ted's an outdoorsman. And I'll close by saying, Stephanie, welcome to the family. We're very lucky to have you. Cheers.
Cheers.